She got a new nigga. Got the nigga in his old house, in his old clothes, playing with his dog. That shit was crazy. Selling his shit, all that shit. Like, bro, that bitch is evil. And I think they got locked up for fraud or some shit. How ironic. What goes around comes around. Look at karma, my baby. Yo, what it do, YouTube, man? I don't want to waste time, so I'm gonna get straight into it. You feel me? Now, today about they're reacting to Juice WRLD's legacy is cooked. Now, to be fair, they might not be wrong with that one, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. I felt like No Limit, I think that's the label, they really fucked up G Herbo's career because they kept pushing that The Party Never Ends album back. They kept pushing it back years, and it still ain't come out. I don't believe. If it has, it's a fake one, or I haven't heard it, but The Party Never Ends never came out. And they keep taking all this unreleased music off YouTube, weirdos. But no, let's see how it's cooked. I'm curious. But I got an idea how. Low-key sad, but it's cool.
A while ago, I made a video about how Ali Lottie had lost her mind. In that video, we just kind of sat and spoke during the time where Juice WRLD was alive. Most of us viewing things from the outside wouldn't have expected her to do what she did after.
That was crazy what she did. She got a new nigga. Got the nigga in his old house, in his old clothes, playing with his dog. That shit was crazy. Selling his shit, all that shit. Like, bro, that bitch is evil. And I think they got locked up for fraud or some shit. How ironic. What goes around comes around. Look at karma, my baby. That shit
was gone. Which was, you know, go off the deep end, say fuck all his fans, sell his things on various websites, including, and no, I'm not bullshitting, his underwear. Like, are we dead ass? Get with another person not even a few months later, which is okay, fine. There's nothing wrong with moving on. But I think the kid was like 18 or something. Look up how old she is. She's weird as fuck. Either way, she realistically just made this nigga turn in his grave and put a nasty stain on how we viewed the things that surrounded Juice WRLD and his overall, you know, legacy. Unfortunately, though, it's
all them fucking love songs about Ali Lottie. Oh my God. If I die for my, I hope she don't do this. Oh my goodness.
Since 2019, the year he passed, the only truly good thing that was done in Juice WRLD's name was the Legends Never Die album. And even though it's very sad, I think his documentary was actually really good and impactful and truly showed that this man was going through it, whilst being surrounded by a shitload of people that clearly didn't really too much care for him. Let's start with how Juice WRLD was undoubtedly being extorted by Chicago YNs to move certain things around and give certain things to certain people, because something I remember learning about is that Juice WRLD was definitely not a YN, a term we're just gonna have to retire at some point, please, by the way. But he was definitely
Juice WRLD and YN don't go in the same sentence. I think he grew up in the suburbs. He gives suburbs, but hey.
In certain songs, inserting himself in beefs that he truly had nothing to do with, gang signs in certain videos. And while it's not fully confirmed, you have to wonder why he had a No Limit tattoo. He was definitely affiliated with NLMB by just being friends with some of the members, but he himself was not in the gang. But he was definitely smuggling pounds of weed that were found on his plane when he passed for NLMB. Like, we know that. It just kind of makes you wonder why he was doing what he was doing, you know? It's obvious. So there's multiple videos on YouTube that would explain it millions of miles better than I could, simply because they care more. But Juice WRLD was getting extorted in a sense. Now, this isn't confirmed, but think about how common of a practice this is in the music industry. You know, what in the world is some dude who be talking about, I still see your shadows in my room, rolling around with Chicago's most dangerous documented gangs of all time. Provided street credibility, protection for whatever the case may be. That's what seemed to be going on. Juice WRLD was a very avid drug user, but over 50 pounds of weed, nigga, please be serious.
50 pounds, oh my God, who the fuck you think he is, El Chapo? This nigga think he the cartel. He about to fund the whole Chicago, no bullshit.
that wasn't it either. Like cough medicine, firearms. That nigga was moving weight. With Juice being under grade A, you know, the label that Bibby is over.
Oh, it's called
It's
grade
not the
A.
biggest shock in the world that Juice was somehow tapped in with gang members that Bibby at one point was also a part of. I'm saying at one point, it's not like current day. Bibby doing drills and such, you know, that's a thing of the past. He's more so a businessman now at this current moment. Now, one thing I will say that kind of isn't fair towards Bibby is that he was getting blamed for the way things were being handled after Juice WRLD's passing. He even went on a Twitter rant and said that people say we don't put out enough music, but then they say we do it for the money. I will try my best, but I am human and I have feelings. This is not an easy job. People making crazy allegations and saying hurtful things. I want to put out music because I know that's what Juice wanted, and I know the fans wanted.
They put out the right shit, and the shit that they dropping is not even like that hot, bro. Like I know so many unreleased songs that's so cold that they haven't dropped, but they dropping. I'm not saying they dropping bullshit, but it ain't the fire that I know. Like, bro.
But sometimes I want to quit. Except, here's the thing. He's been over Juice WRLD's music since 2017. If you're watching this video, you more than likely already know that this nigga Juice WRLD has so many songs, it's actually disturbing. I just perpetually feel like the last album, and hopefully the last album.
It did come out. Well, that shit was ass. I love Juice WRLD. One of my favorite artists. Top 5, top 3 maybe. But that shit was ass.
More than likely already know that this nigga Juice WRLD has so many songs, it's actually disturbing. I just perpetually feel like the last album, and hopefully the last album that came out, is really it, because I feel like Juice WRLD drops in the massive 2025 just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Like, what else are y'all doing it for? But if I say that, I'm wrong, because there's fans who just want to hear new music from Juice, and it's like, okay, fine, but like, can we actually process the fact that he's gone, bro? Bibby's complaint is that if we don't drop music, we hate the fans, but if we do, then it's for the money. Okay, nigga, so what if it's not for the money? Then what took so long? And if it's not for the fans, what took so long? Do you understand what I'm saying, Bibster?
Yeah.
I don't think you do, but it's...
My bad, Joe. Let me get a ad blocker when I get monetized.
But it's not just poor management. Juice WRLD getting fucking extorted damn near that are the only stains left on this man's dynasty of being, you know, one of the best freestylers. Actually, no. One of the most talented artists of recent years. You know, it's also his crazy ass, weird ass girlfriend that rubbed everyone, and I mean everyone, the wrong way after he was gone. Now, like I already said, I made a video about this woman, you know, a while ago. So if you want to get into the nitty of what she did, just go watch that. But this girl is actually crazy. I tried to find out what this slag was up to nowadays, since the only thing keeping her relevant has been gone for almost 6 years. And surprise, surprise, she's disappeared.
I thought she was in jail. What the fuck? Hold on, this Ali Lottie. Oh my god.
Holy shit. I mean, not a single post since late 2022. I even went through the highlights just to be certain. And guess what was in the first highlight? You won't believe this shit. Juice WRLD! Yeah, surprise, surprise, right? Like, I understand that they had a connection to some degree, but get the fuck out of here. Her last reel on her account is basically her saying that she's overcome all the negative things people said about her online, and she's moving on with her life and basically fading away from the internet, which is a good idea. Seeing as you brought all that negativity on yourself,
yeah, you did that to yourself.
This video isn't meant to bully her in any way, shape, or form, so please don't go send her any hate. She went through all of that deserved hate at the time, right around when she was saying and doing all the crazy shit she was doing. So we're gonna move on from this one. Now, something I feel like I just have to get into before I press, you know, the stop recording button. Let's get to how his music was handled after he passed. Because, you know, we briefly spoke about that with Bibby, but I truly don't think y'all understand.
With the unreleased music, that shit's so irritating how they did it. They have a good-ass unreleased song. They take it down. Then somehow the song will come back revamped into some bullshit, like with a weak-ass beat in the back. And it's like, they kept doing it. It's like they was watering it down. They was stepping on his music. Like, you know how you step on, if you in a life, or if you know about what I'm talking about, when people step on cocaine, they mix it with like baking soda and all that extra shit, taking away the high effects. That's what they was doing with his music, bro. They was stepping on it and making it weaker than what it was. Just like people with baking soda and cocaine.
For how long Juice WRLD has been gone, the amount of music that his fans should have gotten is nasty work.
Yeah.
All things considered, too. I'm not, a massive fan of Juice WRLD, but I do know that there were grills from him that should have been on that project. Yeah. First of all, the fuck is this?
Yeah, nah, that shit fucked up. Is this supposed to be Graduation? I think that's what it's called by Kanye. A revamp of Graduation. And Juice WRLD was fucking fat. I'm just not looking at his stomach, bro. This nigga didn't have no fucking six pack. Yeah, this nigga drugged up.
Shout out to the Murakami guy or whatever. Genuinely, like, shout out to him. I just think that this is a bit misplaced here.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not. Maybe Juice WRLD wanted this. I don't know. I don't know the lore. I won't say too much though. See, I gotta be careful making these types of videos when it comes to people who have passed on.
I don't
because
like
if I,
I'm gonna keep it real. Just cause I can keep it real. Just cause simple fact, I love Juice WRLD. I like his music. I just don't like what they did with his legacy. You know what I'm saying? It's not his fault that they doing this shit while he's deceased or RP Juice. It's not his fault. But that don't mean he holds your opinion back.
Too dark or something, y'all gonna get mad at me like I'll get mad at everything else I say on this channel. Anyway, the album was just not that great of a send-off for one of the most iconic artists of recent years. Like, wasn't this shit getting worked on for like 3 or 4 fucking years? How do you make it sound so rushed? How do you make it sound like a here nigga damn album? And y'all know what I mean by that.
You know what they say about summer. The days are longer, the nights are warmer,
get an ad block
and the lemonades are perfect.
Me being a producer and listening to this, I could instantly tell that there was just mad edited stems on this, that y'all decided, hell yeah, let's do this on folks' grave. No, bro, do not get me wrong. Like, not every song is bad. It's just like, I don't know. You can tell this wasn't worked on tirelessly. I mean, it was years on years. Of course it wasn't, dude. And also, I'm sorry if it seems like I'm going in on this shit, but isn't like most of these songs leaks that had already leaked in full for like years?
The party never ends. Laced it, love letter, party by myself. I'm actually about to go listen to this shit again, or I'm gonna try to. I think I'll try to, and I turned that shit off. I'll try again though.
It's like, bro, it's fucking Juice WRLD. You don't even have to be that big of a fan to know that he had like. Bro, I don't even want to put a number on how many songs I think he made before he passed, but like,
Hundreds.
Get real. Y'all pick bullshit.
Maybe thousands.
And he's sure turning.
Maybe.
Then on top of that, and I'll just leave this album alone after this, I'm sorry, but like, I just realized while talking about this that it literally took as long as it did because of the leaks. So the solution to that was more leaks? Baby, you're a dumbass, bro. I'm sorry. You know what? Let me not put it all on bro. Pause. Because it couldn't have been just him. In fact, I know it wasn't. But I don't know, man. Y'all could have combed and put together, I don't know, better leaks, maybe? That's all. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to leave this alone. I'm not entirely sure if Juice's fan base is overall satisfied with this album.
I'm not.
I tried looking up some reviews, and it...
As a Juice WRLD consumer, as a Juice WRLD listener, I did not like that shit. I might have to listen to it. It's like, that's crazy because I know I listened to it because I'm such a fan, but I gotta go listen to it again to make sure I heard it. You get what I'm saying? It's one of those.
It's pretty mixed. Like, there's some people saying, oh, like, I enjoyed it. And then there's some people saying that, they hated it. And I would hope that, I would just hope that y'all are satisfied because I don't think you're getting much else. Unless they, like, surprise y'all or something. Oh, wait. They did. Now, I'm going to quickly get into the main reason that I decided to make...
I did not like that song. I'm not going to lie. I didn't like it. I love X. X is my favorite artist. Not favorite, my favorite rapper. He's my favorite artist of all time. Yeah, I like Juice WRLD. There would have been a dope collaboration, maybe on a different song. But if this is that Mind of All, I didn't like it, bro.
Video. And I know I'm recording this like way after it came out, like probably 2 weeks after. But recently, there was an XXXTentacion and Juice WRLD song that came out called Whoa, right? Yeah. Oh my God! Let it go!
What a money grab. He's talking about, I don't want to grab from it. That's a money grab right there, bro. If they truly cared, they would have been dropped that shit. They would have dropped that shit. Hey, I don't know.
Right?
I just nothing.
Oh my God! Let it go, bro. Please. Does this not feel like icky to anyone else?
Yes.
Just me?
It does.
All right. I'ma chill.
It does, bro. I was just, because I still follow X on Instagram. I'm chilling one day. They say, hey, make y'all here up in my stories. You know how they got the stories, people's stories at the top. I'm like, what the fuck? I go to it, it's that. I'm like, oh, that's neat. Nobody asked for it. You know?
I went and listened to the song, right? And I wasn't expecting like a great song. They've been dead for years. Yeah. I was expecting the most barely stitched together piece of garbage song. And I hate to say it, but that's quite literally exactly what y'all got.
Yeah.
Juice WRLD's verse sounds like literal AI. And it's actually astoundingly weird that niggas are like, okay with this. But you know why they're okay with this? For the fans. It's for the fans, right? Yeah, it's gonna get plays because it's got their fucking names on it. Not because it's a good song, not because it felt right to do. No, bruh. They wanted cheese, whoever wanted it, and they got it. And also, like, what is this, bro? Why is...
I don't even think that they met before, if I'm not mistaken, because I think X died way before Juice WRLD started popping, really. If I'm not mistaken. I feel like he did. I don't know. But I feel like this picture's fake. I could be wrong.
Yo, I'm losing my mind right now, bro. Look.
I could be wrong, though, but I don't think they collab with each other. Okay.
Look.
So, with the... Okay, when X and Lil Peep, when they made... What's that shit called? What's that song called? Sunlight on Your Skin? It's not called that. It's called something else, I believe. But it's a remix of Lil Peep song. That was a decent song. They tried to redo that. It didn't work out, bro. I'm telling you, that shit was...
That's all I gotta say, man. This posthumous, like, work, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like some of these artists, right, like, don't really want their work messed with after they're gone. You know, earlier in the video, I did say that Bibby himself said that Juice WRLD wanted the fans to hear music. But really sit up and think about this for a second. Do y'all actually think Juice WRLD would have been okay with hearing that song that just came out a few weeks ago? If y'all go listen to it, you're gonna understand exactly what I mean by that. It's so bad. And it's not that Juice WRLD is the bad artist. It's the fact that, like, it just doesn't sound refined anyway. There's no soul in it. Like, y'all know, like, I don't know. Like, my Juice WRLD Glazers, y'all gonna get this.
It sounded like a freestyle that he was doing. Like, it sounded like he freestyled over the beat, and then they just didn't cut his part up. Or they didn't put the best part from the freestyle. They just kept the whole freestyle. I didn't... Whoa! Ooh, my camera fell. I didn't like it, because me personally, quite frankly, I didn't like it.
This nigga, like, just had a certain aura, like... I hate using that word unironically, but y'all know what I mean. Like, it just feels soulless. And it is soulless because he didn't actually make the song. Like, PC...
I could have made this song, truthfully. I could have made that song. On this MacBook I'm using right now, I could have made that song.
Yes, bro. And then it's... man, y'all got me yelling, bro. Like, it's just... I don't know, man. I don't think Juice WRLD would have been okay with this. Like me personally... I wouldn't have been okay. Like, it's such a bad song. Just go listen to the song. Y'all gonna get what I mean. But because, you know, there's people who are in suits, they're just like, oh, well, you know, he's gone now. It's not like he can do anything with it. Like, why can't people just respect that shit, bro? Like, and I'm not saying that was the case with Juice WRLD or X or Pop Smoke or any of these other people who have passed and made posthumous work. But it's just kind of like, I feel like things should just kind of be left where they are. Like, we shouldn't have done this. Yeah. We shouldn't be listening to a new Juice WRLD song 6 years after he's dead. That just doesn't, I don't know. Me personally, I just don't think it sits right with me. But I understand, let me say this. I understand that y'all are fans and y'all want new music from bro, but it's like, if they die,
you're 100% right, bro.
It just has to be what it is. I'm sorry. But I'm UVXCX. If I die, leave me alone. Facts. Later.
I 100% agree with what bro said. I'm gonna subscribe to him. I like this video. That's a great video. But nah, bro, it's not like I'm just sitting here bashing Juice WRLD. He's such a bad artist. No. They're tarnishing his legacy. They could have left it at The Party Never Ends. No, not The Party Never Ends. I forgot the name of it, but the album they dropped right after he died, with the pink background. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They could have left it at that, but they keep dropping shit. And they keep dropping more shit. And they dropped this single. Oh my God, that shit was ass. Truthfully, but hey, let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Would y'all want people dropping y'all music or mixing y'all voice into shit that y'all didn't do when y'all pass away? Me personally, I wouldn't want that shit. Cause shit like this, you got my name looking bad now. I left on a great note, high note. Now it is what it is. But I'm gonna catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.